Beyoncé should have done more in regards to promoting your album. What do you have to say about that?
She supported my sis and I since we had our little locks on YouTube, so it's all over.
You feel like the
here.
label could have supported more and pushed more?
That's what nobody's talking about. Everybody want to blame Beyonce. Where was the label at?
Well, I feel like it's all politics, but this is what I'll say.
Record label is the one that does the promotion for the record. You can't expect a single owner to actually do that. Thousands upon thousands of dollars was spent into marketing. 10,000 copies sold.
Girl, something dark is going on behind the velvet ropes of the music industry. And Chloe Bailey? She just broke the silence. After years of whispers, failed albums, cosmetic rumors, and bizarre career decisions, Sis is finally speaking up. And if what she's saying is even half true, then y'all, Beyonce's world isn't just glamorous, it's full-on spiritual warfare. So grab your sage, baby, because this story has everything. Occult rumors, a crumbling career, plastic surgery accusations, and a pop queen allegedly playing high priestess in the music Illuminati. Chloe might have just thrown herself into the fire, but she's also exposing the very machine that tried to chew her up and spit her out. Let's dive into it. At first glance, Chloe Bailey looked like the next big thing, plucked from YouTube stardom with her sister Holly, mentored by the Beyoncé herself, and armed with talent for days. But behind all the glitter, something just wasn't adding up. Fans started asking, why wasn't Beyoncé pushing Chloe more? Why were her singles flopping despite the hype? And why did it feel like her career was being intentionally benched? Well, according to Chloe herself, it's because she refused to sell her soul. Yup, you heard that right. In a shocking TikTok live that low-key broke the internet, Chloe started getting real emotional when a fan asked her if she'd seen the film Sinners. She said not only had she seen it, she cried after watching it, and not for the reason you'd expect. She explained how the film mirrored her experience in the industry. The vampires in the movie? She said they represent what she sees every day in the business. People being tempted to give up their morals and souls just to make it, and the ones who refuse, they're left fighting for scraps, struggling, and watching others skyrocket while they're barely hanging on. Girl, she wasn't even subtle. Chloe was clearly trying to say she was offered the chance to join the dark side.
How did that make you feel? Because I know you're on, you watch your social media, so I'm sure you've seen you trending, and they were saying Beyonce didn't post it, and because Beyonce didn't, everybody's into this, like if it's your birthday, nobody posts your birthday. It's the same thing. They said that Beyonce didn't post it, and people were talking about it. How did that make you feel?
Of course, when people talk anything negative about me, it's gonna hurt my feelings, but I was like, at least they're talking, and at least people go listen to the project, and as much as people try to bring up numbers and things like that, I'm trending every other day.
And she said no, and that's when everything started falling apart. Now let's rewind real quick, because this isn't the first time rumors about Beyonce's alleged witchy side have surfaced. Remember when YouTuber Storm Monroe claimed that Beyonce was literally a high priestess witch who worshipped Oshun, an African deity? He said she took over from Madonna as the music industry's occult queen. People dragged him for it. But now, Chloe's sudden confession has fans rewatching that clip with a new lens. Storm even said Beyonce and Jay-Z were deeply into dark magic, and that anyone who crosses them either disappears or suddenly starts spiraling. So when Chloe dipped from Beyonce's label, Parkwood Entertainment, without much fanfare, people thought it was just a quiet career move. But now it's clear, she wasn't willing to play the game. She didn't want to sell her soul for fame. And allegedly, that decision cost her everything. And y'all, it's not just Chloe dropping these bombshells. Beyonce's ex-drummer literally filed a restraining order against her, claiming Queen Bey was using witchcraft to tap her phone, control her finances, and torment her with extreme dark magic. That's not fan gossip, that's a legal filing. And don't forget, Beyoncé herself once admitted that an alter ego named Sasha Fierce would take over her body right before she performed. Like, what are we really talking about here? But back to Chloe. As her career started to crumble, fans noticed her look started changing too. Suddenly, her face looked slimmer, her skin lighter, and her entire vibe more manufactured. That's when the surgery rumors began. People accused her of getting a nose job, jawline reconstruction. Some even claimed she was bleaching her skin. When she posted vacation pics in a bikini, fans said she looked like a completely different person. And it only got worse from there. A source eventually spilled to media takeout that Chloe had undergone genioplasty, a controversial surgery that alters the chin and jawline for a sharper V-line look. And remember, this wasn't just once. Chloe's been accused multiple times of face-tuning her pics to oblivion. In one TikTok from back in 2022, she was serving serious baddie energy, but fans immediately clocked it as a nip and tuck. And just when the rumors died down, they flared back up again when she posted another pic that looked edited. A fan even commented, "Girl, the Photoshop is too much. Your body is amazing without it." And Chloe? She snapped back. She claimed the changes were just from corsets, lighting, and angles, but fans weren't buying it. Some even said, "The way she was acting, I thought that soul was already snatched." And here's where it gets dark. Because fans believe that these surgeries and image overhauls were part of the price of being in the industry, that she tried to play the game, just enough to get ahead, but since she didn't go all the way, she ended up stuck in limbo. Not famous enough to win, but changed enough to lose herself. And guess who fans are blaming for pushing her into it? Beyoncé. They say Beyoncé signed Chloe and Halle to mold them into industry puppets. But when Chloe resisted, she got iced out. Her singles flopped, her album didn't get support, and suddenly the same Beyoncé who once called them her protégés was nowhere to be seen. And that's the thing, bestie. Chloe should be at the top of the charts right now. She's got talent, vocals, stage presence, everything. So why isn't she winning? Some say it's because she tried to play it both ways, dabble in the dark just enough to be noticed, but still keep her soul. And in this industry, you either go all in or you get left behind. Others say Chloe already did sell out with the surgeries, the image rebrand, the hypersex performances, and it just didn't work. So now she's stuck with a damaged brand and no real audience left. One brutal fan said it best, "Chloe Bailey is a cautionary tale of when selling out goes wrong. She got none of the fame and all of the backlash." But let's not forget, Chloe is still speaking out. She's still dropping hints. And that live TikTok breakdown wasn't just a venting session. It was a warning, a message to everyone watching the industry from the outside thinking it's just glam and Grammys. She's seen the vampires, she's fought the temptations, and she's telling us there's a price to everything. And honestly, it's giving girl who saw too much. Now, I'm not saying Beyoncé